Hiya, welcome to your 15-minute leg set. Now, this actually is quite intense. 15 minutes purely on legs is about the amount you'd spend in a normal workout anyway, to be honest with you. So it is definitely a workout in itself. So just be careful if you're thinking about adding other workouts to this. If you were going to add anything, it would probably be the upper body one that is also in this sequence. So we're going to start on the mat just to prep and get our leg muscles ready, but not in a prep and prime way, in a let's get serious and really work these muscles. I recommend using your heaviest weights for when we do come up to standing and do the weight exercises. Just so you know, we've got single leg deadlift coming up and static lunges. Those are the two main exercises that we're going to use once we come up to standing. So single leg deadlift and static lunges, just to hit different parts of the muscles. But we're starting on the mat. So we're going to come down and just for a moment, just relax your arms down by your sides and just take a breath, because it's going to get quite intense in just a moment. Assuming you're warm, I'm going to just get straight into this workout. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under and kind of push the floorboards away. If you've done any of the other workouts, your legs might already feel like jelly, so mine do. Obviously, I'm filming them all as well, so they're jelly-like. And we're just going to round the spine down, so a bit Pilates-esque. We are rounding through the segments of the spine, and we're going to round up, but we're focusing on our legs right now. So drive the feet through the floor, press your palms down, and melt the spine down. It amazes me actually how these exercises are not utilized when you see, people training their legs and they don't kind of start off with this kind of movement. This is great for those of you that when you're doing the weights exercises, sometimes might not feel all the muscles. This is going to make sure, this is going to set you up for that. So it's going to make sure that you feel everything you want to feel. Press through the feet. Now melt the spine down. Now here's a little bit of a challenge for you. Lift your right leg to tabletop position. It's the same thing, round the spine. Now we're getting somewhere and we're going to round down. So obviously I said earlier, a moment ago, that we're going to do some single leg deadlifts. There is a kind of unilateral theme to this workout where we're working one side, then the other. We're going to do two more on this side. Rounding up, press through that foot. Don't start going soggy or lifting toes or something. One more time, dragging yourself up. Now, we're going to do one more, so don't go anywhere. Stay up. We're going to round and stay there. Give me 5 toe taps. 5, 4. I'm using some of the best of Pilates alongside our weights. Literally the best workout you can do. Okay, bring that foot down and melt the spine down. That side is burning. Let's switch. Left leg to tabletop, tummy tight. Give me 6. We're going to round up, press, and round down. So if you're wondering why the deadlift work we do later hurts more in a good way, it's because of these. And down, don't rush. So only 4 more. Breath to come up and round it down. 3 more. There's no point doing exercises just for the sake of it, just because they look fancy. We do them for a reason, one reason, and that is to make sure that we build muscle and that we can also move our body's mobility. So muscle and mobility, muscle and strength is mobility. Okay, we're going to stay up, hold, and down and up. Down and up. We don't just want to be rigid with our strength. We want to be able to move beautifully and gracefully. 2 more, 2. That's what I tell myself anyway. Okay, land that foot down, melt the spine down. Hold on to those legs, give them a hug. Okay, let's flip onto our side and we're coming up onto our elbow. Tummy nice and tight. We're going to bring this leg off the floor and lower it down. Lift. Now I want that knee to start to turn out a little. That's it. This is an angle we're not going to hit in our standing work. 6, so we're going to do it on the floor. Abs are tight, the core is working. Don't switch anything off and don't be here. 2 more, 2, 1 more, 1. Now, leave the leg parallel, pull the thigh in and press the leg away past the hip line. Press. This is going to feel a bit like a single leg deadlift when we fully extend through the leg, pressing the imaginary floor away from you. 3. We're coming onto the other side after this. 2. Aren't you excited? We're going to get really sweaty. Bring it in, carefully come up, switch sides. Okay, let's get ready. Tummy nice and tight. Here we go. Lift and a slight turn of the knee. So like I said, I want to hit every angle, and it's so effective to do this on the floor. That's it. Very nice. Lift and down. 4 more times. Open up. This is our last floor exercise, by the way. 2 more. 2. 1 more. 1. Now leave the leg there parallel. Press it away. Pull in. Also getting some nice core work, because in all the leg exercises we're about to do standing, the core needs to be very much switched on. It's what's going to create that stability and make these exercises even more effective. 3 and 2. Press and 1. Press, bring it in. Flip over. We're coming up. So onto all fours, tuck the toes under, pike, walk backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and round. Slowly up. Okay, grab a quick sip of water like I am, and then we're about to get going. Your legs might feel already a bit jelly-like. Okay, pick up the set of weights you wish to use. For single leg deadlift, it's a little bit like doubling the weight for a regular deadlift. So if you're used to using 10 kilos for a deadlift, you might just want to be using 5 kilos for this. By the way, if you decide to halve your weight, just literally hold your dumbbell like this. So if you're not holding 2 dumbbells, you're holding 1, hold it like this. Okay, without any further ado, let's get going. But I've got my left leg in front, which means that's the leg I'm working. My right knee, you can't really see it, it's just in line with my left knee. I'm not going to face you, in fact, with the back heel up. Now, just like a deadlift, we hinge, the tailbone rises, looking down, and then just push through the heel to come up. I'm not going to say squeeze your bum. I'm going to say push the heel into the floor as you come up. You can hear a nice big breath, out breath to lift. I'm going to turn side on as well. So look at the tailbone rising, but both knees, what happens is, just like a regular deadlift, both knees bend as you get lower. So don't keep this leg straight. That is not going to be great for your knee. As you hinge, bend, 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 keep the weights close and drive up. Same if you were doing it with 1 dumbbell. It's like you're shaving your leg. 2 more. So unilateral work is so good for you, because we always have one side stronger than the other. Now, we're going to switch with a very quick break. I don't want the heart rate going mega high, but I'd like to get these done. So knees in line, tummy tight, strong shoulders. Here we go. We're aiming for 12, by the way. So today is more of a reps style workout. Then as you get lower, you bend the knee more. And I always tell people just to find your biting point. Push the heel into the mat as you come up. So I notice people always think a deadlift is like with really straight legs and straight limbs. It's the opposite. It's actually about the position of your pelvis. So the pelvis rises as you come down. And of course, it's a hinge. It's a hinge, hinge, hinge. Loads of hinges in your training. We need that. 4. When we lose our ability to hinge, we're in trouble. 3. 2 more. 2. 1 more with a break. And drive it up. Take a breather. Take a rest. So we're going to put the weights down on the floor, ideally not, or I'm going to put my back to you on the couch. And we're actually going to come back to those exercises. So another difference from these and the other workouts is we're going to just focus on one exercise at a time. We're only doing 2 main lifts here. So we've got another set of deadlifts coming up, having a bit of a breather, not for too long, don't worry. But while we are setting up for our next set, just a quick reminder, the staggered stance looks like this, and that's your angle view. We're hinging at the knicker line, and as we get lower, we want to bend both knees as if we're doing a regular deadlift, but all of the weight into that front leg, drive through the heel. Okay, let's pick up those weights, 12 and 12 again. So let's get set. Here we go. Coming down and then drive up. Drive up through the heel, that front heel. That is, I think, the best advice I can give to make a deadlift successful, is that heel to floor connection. We're hinging at the knicker line. Those hips come up. This is 5, I think. 6. This is 6. Drive it up. 6 more. Here we go. 6. Just keep that core tight for me. 4, drive it up, and 3. 15 minutes of this. Oh my goodness me. One more time. So your left leg, if you're doing the same as me, is like jelly, or actually mine just kind of hurts in a good way. We're going to switch it up, take a little breather, just so our bodies don't think we're going into cardio mode. And then we're going to switch it up. So 2 parallel knees. I've got my right knee in front now. Take it away. I also really recommend these if you're struggling with your deadlifts generally. You can halve the sets or the reps and try single legs, because sometimes your body just does need that modification, because maybe your body is a bit, you're a bit unsymmetrical. 6 more. Drive it up. Keep that back heel lifted. The lower you go, the more of a bend in the knees. I'll just turn over here so you can see. Right, let's get 3 more done. 3. Trust that bend. Trust that bend. You're going to find more. One more time. 1. And done. Have a rest. Now, another thing actually I'm going to say about the deadlifts while you're having a breather, and this is something I don't like seeing, I see it on Instagram and things, is when you do any deadlift, one or single leg or both legs, is if your head is going below the hip, you're putting your back in quite a dangerous position, and it might be it's because your weight is too light. So if we think about for our next set, keeping the head in line with the pelvis, well, in order to do that, you've got to bend your knee. That's going to be so much safer for the back. So just something to bear in mind. Okay, let's go ahead, grab our weights. So think about that, be conscious of that. If it's happening, if your head's going below the hips, you've got to bend that knee more. All right, left leg in front, tummy nice and tight. Let's take it away. This is your final 12. Now this should feel like the final set. If it doesn't, i.e. you're feeling like you can do loads and loads, you're going to carry on, you're going to continue and take it up to 20, because it might be that the weight you're using is very light, or of course, grab a heavier weight. This is 4. Drive it up. This is 5. Remember what I said? How do we keep our head in line with the pelvis? We're going to bend that knee more. It's going to be much safer for your back and make the exercise way more efficient. 4 more. 4. Drive it up. Get that heel pressing the floor away, just like those single leg bridges we were doing. One more time. Down and up. We'll just take a little breather. I'm going to switch. We're not done yet. It feels like we could be finished, but we're not. We've got a whole other exercise still left to do after this. Okay, I've got my right leg in front. Nice soft knees, abs braced. Here we go. Down and up, push through the heel. So this isolates, as you can feel, the back of the leg. The next exercises we're going to do is a bit more, back of the leg. Did I say back of the heel? Back of the leg. 6 more. The next one is more about the quads, loading up the quads, and everything we're doing works the glutes really nicely. Okay, let's do 3 more. You can be adding reps to this, of course. You'll just have to add them on as I'm talking through the next exercises. It's just really good to personalize. Okay, well, let's do 1 more rep. Let's just get 1 more out. And then we're going to take a little breather. This is a great time to grab some water. So the focus of the next exercises, we're doing a static lunge. Some people also call it a split stance squat. I'm going to give you the option to go either wide or narrow with the legs, because I think it's more about what you feel. And also, just a very quick thing, if your balance is dodgy, you're going to do yours against a wall. You're not going to hold a weight. You're just going to do a static stance there. Okay, so the position I want, and this is a rest for you, take a quick breather. We're going to take a wide stance to begin with, and we're going to be holding our weights like a farmer's carry, like luggage. And we're just going to come down and push up. And then what you're going to do is decide, do you prefer a wider stance or do you prefer a narrow stance? I prefer a wider, but I want you to know that there is an option there. Okay, let's pick up our weights. So the aim of this is to now really tire out our muscles after all those sets of deadlifts. Take a step back. I'm going to step back with my left leg for no particular reason. And we tuck the tailbone under And we hold the weights with purpose, with strength. Don't let the arms just hang. So nice strong arms, slight bend in the elbows. We go down and up. Now, I want you to go slow because I don't want this to be a cardio exercise. We just take the tailbone down and up. If you wanted to lean forwards ever so slightly, what that does is it just chucks a little bit more emphasis on the quads, but your knee might not love that. So if you're happy to just go with me straight line, up and down, but just know basically you can't really do these wrong. If you're feeling your legs and they feel like jelly and you're stable, you're not wobbly, then you're fine. But you can also hold on to a wall. One more time. Now we're going to step in and step back because otherwise we'll forget which side we've done. Or I will. Catch your breath. Don't want your body to think we're doing cardio. And just set up those shoulders. And we're going to go again. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Push through. If the weights are too much, get rid of them. 6, 5, 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Step in, take a quick breather. Put the weights down somewhere if you need to. If you just want to have a little moment, take a little breather. We're going to get going in 5 more seconds. As I say, we will not have time to cool down together. So just please bear that in mind. Okay, let's get these sets done. Final set. So strong shoulders. My left leg's going back. Here we go. 10, 9, legs are like jelly. 8, just slip that gaze down a little bit. 7, strong shoulders please. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in, take a bit of a chill. Step back, catch your breath. Once these are over, we are done. We're going. Let's take it away. Down and up. 8, 7, getting there. 6, stay strong. 5, I'm feeling it too. 4, 3, last one. Step in. Whew. Okay, put the weights down somewhere safe. Just know that is supposed to feel very, very hard. If you haven't got time for a proper stretch, then do some Pilates roll downs. And maybe if you have time later today, hit that mobility workout, make it a workout just to release your muscles and have a stretch. Have some magnesium as well. You should be using magnesium for this muscle building phase of your life. Anyway, have a great day and I'll see you at the next workout.